Love Tonight Show。こんばんは、Nahkiです。夏季集中音楽講座といたしまして、Love Tonight Show ではいつもみんなが馴染んでますね。WNWK ニューヨークのレゲエ専門 FM 局から DJ の先生とも言えますクライブ・ハドソンさんを講師としてお迎えしました。So welcome, Clive Hudson.
Well, it's good to be here, Nahki, on your Love Tonight show program on FM Tokyo, JOAU-FM 80.0. Hello to everyone out there in Radio Land. How are you doing?
さすがにすごいですね。今日は、彼のお手の物であります。もう10年選手ですから、本場のレゲエ DJ が聞ける。最後までよろしく。
As I mentioned, it's good to be here. My name is Clive. That's out of New York City, right here on the Love Tonight Show. The other man, Sanchez, out of New York City, out of Jamaica, with the sweetest sound.
Playing all over town. My son is the sweetest sound. Playing all over town. All of my friends, them, I tell me so. Me hold up on the rhythm and me nah go let go. It that sound, boy, me and you no friend. You better come wrap up with my sound again, 'cause you're the sweetest sound. Playing all over town. My sound is the sweetest sound. Playing all over town. Phenomenal one, phenomenal two, phenomenal three. Say, abracadabra, me say whoopin' sesame. Say, who up on the mic, the scientist. And when me come and dance, me a top celebrity. We're the sweetest sound. Playing all over town. My sound is the sweetest sound. Playing all over town. Say one sound come, they couldn't touch me. We back up and the sound and bring it out of deep sea. Say two sound come, say where them a try. And I pity them, no know we not go give them a blind. 'Cause we're the sweetest sound. Playing all over
Yeah, the
town.
music of the man Sanchez, and believe me, this brother is hot when it comes to reggae music. Made a trip to New York City just the other day, along with the Red Dragon and the rest of them. Had everybody rocking and reeling to the reggae sound. The man Sanchez. Glad to be here once again, I'm telling you, in Japan and the Tokyo FM radio. Gonna rock you with some ever reggae music. Coming up next, we have the man Courtney Melody. Also had a big show out there in New York City on the Beacon Theater. The man Courtney Melody was also on the big show, and this one is called The Modern Girl.
Old-fashioned kind of loving to put me to bed at night and wake me up at morning. I need a girl with true loving. I need a girl with sweet romancing. I need a girl to hold me tight and squeeze me right. I need a girl to put me to bed at night and wake me up one morning. She is my modern girl. Modern girl. She's my modern girl. She must never make me lonely or be sad. She must never make me blue or cry. She must never make me blue or cry. She must always have understanding. Modern girl. Modern girl.
Yeah, the music of the man Courtney Melody doing The Modern Girl. And as I say, believe me, just about any one of those young ladies out here in Tokyo can be a modern girl. All you got to know is how to love your man good, and you can be a modern girl. Yes, Nahki, this brother performed in New York City, did a fantastic job out there at the Beacon Theater.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was a very good show with Courtney Melody was on the show. Lieutenant Stitchy was there. Also, Marcia Griffiths. I don't know if you're familiar with that name. And quite a number of good stars was over there. But the man Courtney Melody, sure enough, is hot in New York City, hot in Jamaica, and hot in Canada. And this is one of his big sounds, a modern girl.
Yeah.
Okay, we're getting ready. We're really getting ready now, and we're really warming up things right here on FM Tokyo. And we got the man Shakademus coming up with one called A Young Gal Business.
No, all big body girls.
Gonna give you a kind of dancehall mix right now, a dancehall mix the way we do it in New York City. Are you ready? Shakademus.
It name Young Gal Business, control Jamaica. Young Gal Business, control Jamaica. Gal a room on the drive, BM and Mazda. Gal a room on the drive, Benz and Jaguar. Gal a room on the jet and Toyota Corolla. If you work a free zone, you a free zone worker. Even if you work as a domestic helper. Good for the good, yes, it's good for the ganja. One good turn, this it deserve another. Yes, jump out a frying pan and jump in a fire. Better to build your time, me tell you than them. Birds of one feather, we all stick together. All stick together like a stamp on a letter. Watch a Cademus on the microphone center. No one girl and with them call him Sharon Ron. She says she don't want no broke pocket man. She want a man that can buy house and land. She want a man that can tan panela. She no matter with him old, yes, no matter with him young. She want to know him is a big money gang. Big money gang, yes, a pretty young girl. Big money gang, yes, a pretty young girl. Follow me. Young girl business, control Jamaica. Young girl business, control Jamaica. Kingston, country, never bossy. Listen to me, Chakadi, celebrity. Come on, doctor, telling everybody, follow me. Young girl business, control Jamaica. Young girl business, control Jamaica. Girl a room on the drive, BM and Mazda. Girl a room on the drive, Benz and Jaguar. Push up your one if you're young and fresh. You're young and fresh, Judge, I know you are the best. Not the east, not the south, not the north, and down at the west. Come down, come down, some living things I'm about to forget. No DJ, nobody's and none of them no threat. And the red track of the buses and nobody best. That the Jesus on the notches and down at the west. Follow me. Young girl business, control Jamaica. Young girl business, control Jamaica.
Now this one dedicated to all the parts of them who jump up. Dedicated to all the man them who wake up and push up.
And soul
dedicated
style.
to the girl them who
Dancehall style FM Tokyo.
Mr. Cat because you come from my shit up. Anywhere you go with a for y'all and pull up. Listen, Mr. Cat because him well dangerous. Me say mud up italic and italic and italic. Me say mud up italic, it a rip up a market. Me say mud up italic, it a the latest lyrics. But me come to the place and take up the mic and fling for your lyrics. Me say if you think I lie, you was a outlaw manics. Come and listen, Mr. Cat and me no talk on miss. Ragamuffin, Mr. Cat and me a chemist in a days. Me no use half a batch, me no work with switch. And this a DJ, you can't short circuit. 88 and 89, me say me know me a fi rich. And up and fi me just me want me satellite dish. Me say mud up italic and italic and italic. Me say mud up italic, it a the latest lyrics. Me say mud up italic, it a rip up a market. And the OJ passage just don't come juggling on this. And the Mobile passage just don't come juggling on this. And the Negril passage just don't come juggling on this.
Well, I tell you,
mud
up means that somebody's reputation is going down the drain. And that's what he's singing about right now, that the girls are mud up, their reputation is going down the drain, and he don't like any girl whose reputation is mud up.
Last week gone, they must have it up. And this a week I come and steal him a bit up. And now she see the cat and me she want to love up. But draw one side because you're mud up because girl you mud up and me say girl you mud up, up. Girl you mud up and me say girl you mud up. But put up your one and shout if you're not mud up. Just put up your one and shout if you're not mud up. Cause the man in the one and woman if they mud up it name. Girl you mud up and me say girl you mud up, up. Girl you mud up and me say girl you mud up and me say mud up italic and italic and italic. Me say mud up italic and italic and italic. Come follow me mud up italic and italic and italic. Me say mud up italic, it a the latest lyric. Me say mud up
it or lick it or rip up a
Now some music coming from the man Super Cat. The man Michael T is our engineer over there doing the dancehall mix at this time. And don't forget you can check out the man Michael T. Also on FM Tokyo, the first Friday of every month, runs a program known as The Quiet Storm. You got to catch Michael T, our engineer at this time on the Love Tonight show. They are making way for the Super Cat as a man comes in with one called the Wild Apache.
Now this is the cat come to eat all right. Fresh in the mix. This ain't no trick, boy. You mad boys. You mad boys. You mad boys. Yeah. What, Wild Apache? Why, Wild Apache? Wild Apache? Why, Wild Apache? What, Wild Apache? Why, Wild Apache? What, Wild Apache? What, Wild Apache? Why, Wild Apache? 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 What, Wild Apache? Wild Apache? What, Wild Apache? What, Wild Apache? Jamaica, 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 Jamaica,
Yes, man, Papa, get ready for the world. Go Choco, touch.
Yeah, this is Clive Hudson out of New York City. Yes, the man Pupanaki Comfy Shack out for Tokyo Radical Mystery Night. Check him out on the Love Tonight show. That's 80.0 JOAU FM Tokyo. Every third Friday of every month, that's Pupanaki on the Love Tonight show.
Nahki gonna give them what they're looking for.
I'm telling you, my engineer is hot, the man of Michael T. I tell you, we got to bring this brother to Jamaica. We got to take him to New York City. Yes, Nahki, once again, brother, it's always nice to be with you.
Yeah, very nice and fantastic. Can't believe it.
Can't believe it. I want to talk a little about my mission here in Japan about the Reggae Sunsplash.
Yeah.
We had our first show last night.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and I must say the response of the Japanese people, they're very warm and they welcome us very much.
Mm-hmm.
And the response to reggae music was something else.
Something else.
Yeah, I couldn't believe it.
You couldn't imagine.
I couldn't imagine that reggae music is doing so well in Japan.
So you could find many Japanese artists and a band and etc.
Right. Also, how long ago did all this thing got started here in Japan with reggae music? How long ago?
It's just about 6 or 7 years.
6? That's a long time.
Yeah.
That's a long time. I must say also that Leroy Sibbles,
yes,
like you've been doing the MC on the shows before I came over here for this big splash,
mm-hmm.
and Leroy Sibbles, he's formerly of the Heptones.
Yes.
And I found that all the Japanese people were singing along with his songs,
Yes.
and I couldn't believe that they know all of his songs. And I mean, Leroy Sibble started from in the 60s,
Right.
those early years,
Yeah.
you know. And on your program, do you play basically reggae?
Yes, of course. And as I told you while in New York, on your FM shows, we played up-to-date dancehall tune and also old ones, ska and rocksteady.
Oh, tell you guys really with it when it comes to reggae.
Mm-hmm.
All right, what else we gonna deal with here on your program? I'm glad to be here. I'm so excited to be here. That what else we gonna do here now? Anything else you want us to talk about, or at this particular time?
Yeah, just I want to switch to the live performance.
The live performance. Yeah, we have coming up a live performance of Lieutenant Stitchy at one of the small splashes working its way up to the big splash.
At the Club Quattro in Shibuya.
What's the name of the club?
Quattro.
Okay, Mr. Engineer, are you ready? Lieutenant Stitchy, live and direct.
Are you ready for the number one MC star? The man like Lieutenant Stitchy. Lieutenant Stitchy, come down.
And I beg your finger, give me. If she's a bone that say young combat I don't know what just finger, give me. If she's a bone that turn me like grandpa donkey I don't know what beg your finger, give me. Well, if the woman's too old to reach 90, since she no matter that, fling her, give me. If she start grow gray ear pan her, don't know one time, just king give me. I love king and women love, but women love, but women love. Hey, lovely. Yeah. Ish them a sue. Love you every time. Right away. See. Hey. Hey, here it is. Hey, this on the wedding, this on the wedding day. As is Nahki, I'm brother salvation. Wedding, this on the wedding day. As is Nahki, I'm brother salvation. Come now. Man, I'm married, I'm married, and I give you one now. They them even carry married, run into them. They married, 2 pound of rice with 2 bubble and lettuce. They married, 2 pound of flour with chicken and with them married, 2 pound of meal with tea turning. Put them together, they make a good dish. Yeah, they go me fit and they go me raise me full of lyrics. What I'm talking about is just a classical marriage. This a wedding, this a the wedding. I'm just Nahki, I'm brother salvation. Wedding, this a the wedding. I'm just Nahki, I'm brother salvation. Hear this. The wedding did a keep a board teaching mansion. Reverend Court Natai did a lead the sermon. Them youth Papa Colda to me a tower they bet. Man, Miss Scotch Bonnet Pepper was the chief man. Engagement ring was Almighty Onion. The wedding band Elias Kellyan, who catch a fire, the congregation. Polipa dry stick from the woodland. Polipa eat underneath zinc pan. Right near the house I join the congregation. Banana and pumpkin ball in hand in hand. And so red island in the home for my yard. machine and cocoa when I come in. Jana Mesa, breakfast every never have any man on the kitchen table where the whole of them start. If you please start to ball, Lord, what this? Sister Aki wedding clothes was fantastic. She in red frock, black veil and yellow slip. She come in a very kick straw basket. Where she coming from was country market. Walking beside her was brother Saltfish. Without head, with tail, with big panny hip. Spin over him and he wrap up in a plastic. Where he coming from down in the Atlantic. Them I walk down the aisle, I walk stylish. Reverend coat not tile, get up and start chat. Should I see it to what them I go in at the dust pot. Just lie rising, I train at the hair. See you with some black pepper, I sprinkle everyone. Brother fuck grab the food, put them in at the plate. Aki and the Saltfish in the dust pot. Them send for brother glass from the drinking saloon. From the buffet, them send for sister spoon. Highland Deli, them a keep the money moon. Wedding youth, this are the wedding. Hey, after Zaki and brother sir, let me hear you say wedding. Say wedding. Say reggae. Say yeah. This a wedding youth, this are the wedding. Hey, after Zaki and brother Saltfish. Hey, wedding youth, this are the wedding.
Anyway, Stitch is nice.
Yes, Stitch is good, always.
Would you explain us the lyrics that he's saying?
All right, on this particular song that says the wedding, in Jamaica, in the marketplaces, the different kind of food or things that they sell, sometimes, let me give you an example. One particular thing might not be selling as much as the other thing.
Oh yeah.
All right, let's take, I don't know if you're familiar with banana.
Yeah.
Banana, okay? And let's take another thing that sells in the marketplace. Tell me another thing that you're familiar with, like banana.
Fruits? You mean fruits?
Yeah. Let's say apple.
Apple, orange.
Orange, okay. Let's say banana is selling more than orange, okay? And you find the people who are selling these fruits in the marketplaces, they find that after they sell their banana, they are left with a lot of oranges from day to day. What they do, they tell you that they won't sell you banana unless you buy oranges too. So they put them together and they say that they are now married. They married the banana with the orange so as to sell both. So that's what he's singing about.
That's the way they do
in
Jamaica.
Yeah, they call it the wedding. That kind of a wedding.
Thank you. So we're going to have another live after the show.
Okay, we're going to have a short break.
Yeah.
And then we come back to much more music. Right here on FM Tokyo. Nahki and Clive Hudson out of New York City.
Yes.
Squeeze me tight, bounce me in the center. Hey, hear this now. Function stop, everybody start steer, sir. To the speaker, nobody not pay attention. And they see that was the center of attraction. Kiss me, Granny Jemima, and so cold minute. In the big crowd, this me never expect. Short fly with me long time. Y'all playing on my chest, and if me never stand up strong, me would have wait. Hold on, let's hear that. Watch your step. In a crowd, you there, me must think me in a bed. She no matter the crowd, she was eating and red. Hold on for me tongue and suck it out of me head. Use our tongue and dig up me jaw corner. Look out me, they make it on me shoulder. Me by me shot, collar up me up closer. Down me boxes off, run our finger. Squeeze me tight, bounce me in the center. Hey, 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 hey. Wheel and deal. Feeling good? Say go on. Yeah. Whoa. Ah, boy. Now this one coming from Lieutenant City. Dedicate to all the girls who wear size and buy size to the morning to look smart. Brother, you know what I mean? Hey. Young girls, wear your size. Young girls, wear your size.
Okay, got this one, Lieutenant Stitchy, and one called Wear Your Size.
Yeah.
Well, this one is talking about a young lady who buys a shoe size a little bit smaller than what she wears.
Yeah.
For example, if she wears size 9, she bought a size of 7. So she's having problems walking in the shoes that's smaller than her feet.
Yeah.
So wear your size, Lieutenant Stitchy.
She want you stocking and she want you strap. She want you watch and buckle and hat. Kiss me good side, she want you amber. Me say, girl, I make you want everything that is new. Only thing I can afford is a pair of shoe. Me give her money, but the girl still a screw. Why don't I just like a fatu? I screw up her face like a crush callaloo. Me say, try that, that's where you a try to do. Want me top in your two eyes, make it black and blue. She said, no, Stitchy, don't bother me at all. You just make the gal foot big and the gal foot tall. She wear size 10 and she want to look small. Come on, size it and when it's visa she have a but girl with your size. A little girl with your size. Cause if you don't exist you have person no could have been blind. Hey, hey, girls with your size. Young girls with your size.
Yes, Stitch is nice, but we have more. See Clive. After show break.
Yeah, we'll be coming back with much more reggae music right after this commercial break.
Who is the president of reggae music?
Nahki, of course.
Getting ready to listen to a taping from Club Quattro right here in Japan. Yes, on August 6th. Here comes Sophia George.
Yeah! Woo! Woo, woo! Well, it's a pleasure to Japan, and I can say, I love you. Come down, taxi girl. If you really love me, make a decision. We're good in
Yes, Sophie George. She was lovely.
Thank you.
Yeah, and for what I saw, when she called those brothers on stage to dance with her, when she did that song, I Want to Dance With You, that was something else.
Yes.
I mean, you Japanese people are really with it because these guys who came on stage really danced the reggae music good.
Yeah, you love it.
I love it, believe me.
So who's gonna next?
Okay, we have a taste of what? Leroy Sibbles coming up.
Oh, great.
Okay, Leroy Sibbles is a brother who been around, as I mentioned earlier, for quite some time, from the 60s, so you'd say he's around for a good 25 years or so. And he never failed to live up to expectation.
Yeah.
Always did a good show. And there are two brothers who are backing him up now. Those two guys who hold harmony for him.
Yeah,
It's
just
not-
like original Heptones.
Just like original Heptones. And I got to mention those brothers' name. It's Tony King and Carl Attaway.
Yeah.
Does a very good job of backup harmony to Leroy Sibbles. Okay, are we ready?
We're gonna fight it, yeah, with the help of the Lord. We're gonna fight it to the top, yes. We're gonna fight without fear, cause we have got to get there. We're gonna fight it to the top, yes. The idea at times get old, yes. We're gonna fight it, and step by step we'll reach the goal. We're gonna hold the string, then we will laugh and sing. We're gonna fight it to the top. We'll never stop. Ooh, yeah. Ooh. Yes, we're gonna fight it, yeah, with the help of the Lord, yeah. We're gonna fight it to the top, yes. We're gonna fight without fear, cause we've got to get there. We're gonna fight it to the top, yes. The idea at times gets old, yeah. We're gonna fight it, and step by step we'll reach the goal. We're gonna hold the string, yeah, and we will laugh and sing. We're gonna fight it to the top. We'll never stop. Ooh, yeah. Ooh, yeah. Listen again. We're gonna fight it hard, yeah, with the help of the Lord, yeah. We're gonna fight it to the top, yes. We're gonna fight without fear, cause we've got to get there. We're gonna fight it to the top, yes. Whoa, yes. We're gonna hold the string, yeah, and we will laugh and sing. We're gonna fight it to the top. We'll never stop. No.
yes. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Ooh, yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen, people. Hold it. Whoa. Yeah. Say whoa. Yeah. Yeah. Say yeah. I sing a yeah. I sing a yeah. The idea and plans get more. Yeah, 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 yeah. We're gonna fight it, and step by step we'll reach the goal. We're gonna hold the string, yeah, and we will laugh and sing. We're gonna fight it to the top. We'll never stop. No, 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 no. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Do, do, do.
8月の6日に行われましたダンスホールナイト、クラブクワトロというところで渋谷であったんですけれども、そのライブからルーテナント・ステッチ、そしてソフィア・ジョージ、ロイ・シブルスと聴いてもらってます。さすがに今日の WNWK のクライブ・ハルソンさんの DJ 前半聴いてもらったのはすごかったですね。思わずニューヨークで今よく流行ってるつなぎなんだけど、スーパーキャットの曲とか、シャカデマスの曲なんかつないでましたけど、マッドアップっていう曲がすごく流行ってたんだけど、これについての意味の説明、マッドアップというと要するに女の子が例えばいろんな男にいっぱいちらほやくっついて回ってると評判を悪くするからそういうことしちゃいけないよとか、そういう評判を悪くするというようなことを言うみたいですね。あと続けて、ルーテナント・スティッチのライブのところでも歌詞の説明をいろいろしてくれてましたけど、スティッチ・ザ・ウェディングってやつに関してはジャマイカのスーパーマーケットとかで、市場ですね、野菜とか例えば売ってる時に抱き合わせ販売をするというようなことを言ってるみたいです。あと Wear Your Size ってスティッチの同じく曲ですけども、これは女の子がでかい靴を履きたくなくて自分の合うサイズよりも小さい靴を履いたりするのは無理しない方がいいよというようなことみたいですね。それじゃあ続けて、リロイ・スブスの演奏に乗せて、彼のジャパンスプラッシュを通しての日本の印象を聞いてみましょう。So how is Guy? We're alright?
Everything is alright.
Alright?
Everything is alright.
Will you tell us about your impression through this concert, biggest, like last Sunday, Reggae Japan Splash 88 at Tokyo Yomiuri East?
I tell you, I said that the show before with 10,000 people was big, but the amount of people I see was like 3 times the size that we had over there in Osaka.
Mm-hmm.
And the response was even greater.
Yeah.
And it's beautiful to see that all the people in Japan is rocking and really moving to reggae music.
Mm-hmm.
And they're so familiar with most of the artists.
Yeah.
Because, for example, from London, out of London, let me see if I remember his name.
Maxi Priest.
Maxi Priest. You're better than me, and he's a reggae artist. Maxi Priest is very big in London, and to me, he's even bigger in Japan than he is in New York City. Because
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, within the last couple of months, we start getting a few requests for us to start playing Maxi Priest.
Yeah.
And I mean, you could remind me of Maxi Priest right away.
Yeah.
And he really surprised me. He lived up to the expectation, all that I've heard about him on his show. Sophia George was great, as we mentioned.
Yeah.
Lieutenant Stitchy. Yellow Man, how about Yellow Man?
He was so nice. He's something else.
Yellow Man is definitely an entertainer.
Yeah, great entertainer.
Right, not just a DJ like most of the other reggae DJs, because he went through an act there where he did some rhythm and blues, some rock and roll kind of music.
And also Calypso.
And Calypso, right. I mean, you were observing all of this. Yellow Man really is something else. And
the Reggae Japan Splash is getting bigger and
Yeah.
bigger every year.
Every year.
Every year. That's nice. In the past, I've seen some video from the past, like 85 and 86.
87.
And 87.
Mm-hmm.
And there are people like Sugar Minot,
Yes.
Frankie Paul,
Yes.
Sister Carol,
Yeah.
and now this year, the Taxi Gang with Robbie and Sly,
Yes.
and as we mentioned, Yellow Man and Lieutenant Stitchy. I'm looking forward to 89. I think it's going to be even bigger than 88.
Yes. Because next year is the fifth year anniversary, so maybe gonna be 10 times bigger than that.
10 times bigger. I mean, how big can it get? Because already we're talking about over 20-odd thousand people.
Yeah.
30-odd thousand people in the last splash that we had. All right, it was a great show, and I hope, next year, as we say, is going to be even bigger yet.
Yeah, and you can introduce us some good artists for next year.
Definitely. I'll definitely come up with some good names.
Wow.
Because in New York City,
Yeah.
there are some names who are getting bigger yet, like Red Dragon.
Yes, I know. We know it.
Yeah, Red Dragon, and also there is Sanchez,
Yeah, we love it.
another
love
big
him.
name. So those are some of the names we got to watch out for.
Yes, man, Papa, you ready for the world? Come Shoko, touch.
Yeah, this is Clive Hudson out of New York City. Yes, the man Pupanaki Comfy Shock out for Tokyo Radical Mystery Night. Check him out on the Love Tonight Show. That's 80.0 JOAU FM, FM Tokyo. Every third Friday of every month, that's Pupanaki on the Love Tonight Show.
Nahki gonna give them what they're looking for.
Just want to remind you, you're rocking with the man Nahki and Clive Hudson right here on the Love Tonight Show. This is the brother I've been telling you about who's getting bigger and bigger as far as reggae music concerned. The man Sanchez, Let Me Love You.
She was too goddamn old for me. But all that really matters is that you're my girlfriend. And baby, that's all that matters to me. Oh, babe, let me love you down. It's gonna be so nice. Let me love you down. It's gonna be so nice. Oh, remember when I used to drive you home from work? Used to do a lot of things to make my feelings hurt. All my friends say I'm too young for you. But I can do the goddamn race can do. Oh, babe, let me love you down. It's gonna be so nice. Let me love you down.
Got a music of the man Sanchez, a girl pleaser. All the ladies love to hear the man Sanchez sing. I tell you something, you better watch out for this brother on the Reggae Japan Splash coming up in the future. Also another one by the man Sanchez, one called Loneliness.
Hey, baby.
A lot of requests in New York City for this one. Only from the ladies. I call him the girl pleaser.
Oh, why do I seem to be caught up inside our dream all my life? It's always been my shadow in me. Well, but over my shoulder there's always a voice somewhere saying I never should try to set my heart free. I wish that love would come and take me in her arms and show me what I've never known. If I could hold someone in words like right from wrong, just fade away like yesterday. Lonely won't leave me alone. Lonely won't leave me alone. Why, tell me why? Lonely won't let me fall in love. Everywhere I go, always by my side. Lonely won't let me fall in love. I tried to say I love you, but the words won't come true in my life. I see all the tears and sad memory. Whoa, but why can't I thought of you? And you feel the feelings too, far behind. I feel all the tears in this agony. Around these winter blows, I'm thinking back in times, and there will be that rainbows in. If I could follow on, then lose my mind. Is it only lonely in me again? Lonely won't leave me alone. Lonely won't leave me alone. Why, tell me why? Lonely won't
Listen to the
let me
man
fall
Sanchez,
in love.
and loneliness won't leave me alone. I tell you, the way this brother sings, there's no way you could ever be lonely. Always have the ladies falling at his feet. And also in New York City, there's a brother by the name of Clinton Lindsay. You're familiar with Clinton Lindsay's show, Nahki?
Yes.
Okay, he got a show also on WNWK radio. He's a radio jock, and also the biggest, I would say the biggest promoter
Yeah.
in New York City. He's responsible for bringing from Jamaica some of the top entertainers, so the people in New York City can get to see their favorite star. And hopefully on the future Reggae Japan Splash, the man Clinton Lindsay will be the MC, hopefully, because he really works hard in terms of promoting most of the artists. Lieutenant Stitchie, he was one of the main men who helped Lieutenant Stitchie to gain the fame that he has gained today.
Oh, really?
Yeah, definitely. He brought him up from Jamaica and started playing his records and give the people a chance to see him. The man's name, Clinton Lindsay. Also another brother who is definitely big every time. He was on the 86 Reggae Japan Splash, Frankie Paul. And here comes Frankie Paul with one called Casanova.
Macho Casanova, me and Romeo and Helen and friends. Can't you see how much I really love you? And I sing it to you time and time again. I ain't much too serious, and I don't wanna let you down. I love, I love, I love, I love you, baby. Don't you know I wanna be a man? So let me love you. Hear you whispering into my ears now, baby. Let me love you. Feel your warm body close to me now, baby. Oh, yeah. I ain't much on Casanova.
So very great. Nice talking with you, Clive Hudson. Nice to be with you.
It's always a pleasure, Nahki. I mean, when you're in New York City, we always get together.
Yeah.
And now we are getting together in Japan. I mean, it's a pleasure.
So at the last question, will you tell us a good place to go in New York and a good place to buy records and things?
Well, there are quite a few places in New York City that you could check out some of the hottest rockers. There's a place known as World Enterprise, and they have maybe about 3 stores or so, and they usually give sounds out of Jamaica, coming from leading producers out of Jamaica, known as jammies.
And how about the place to go to the dance?
Okay, there are places like the dance halls, places known as the Biltmore Ballroom, the Tilden Ballroom, and lately there are places known as the Ritz and the Beacon Theater, places where you can see your favorite reggae stars.
Every weekend.
Every weekend.
ということで、もう時間も 本当に足りないぐらいだったんですけれども、はるばるニューヨークから来てもらいましたクライブ・ハドソン先生を迎えての、夏季音楽集中講座でした。ニューヨーク行くところいくつか行ってもらいましたね。ビルティマボールーム、チルデンボールームといったところのダンス、ぜひ一度チェックしに行ってもらいたいもんです。水木金と東京ラディカルミステリーナイトレゲエとプレで聴いてもらいましたけども、夏季集中講座ラブトゥナイトショーでは WNWK からクライブ・ハドソンさんに来ていただいてニューヨーク本場の DJ を聴かせてもらいました。すごかったですね。このラブトゥナイトショーからのクイズは3択です。クライブ・ハドソンさんはニューヨークの何という FM 局から来たのでしょう。1番 WBLI、 2番 WLIB、 3番 WNWK。番号を書いて郵便番号 102-80 FM 東京ラディカルミステリーナイトラブトゥナイトショーまで送ってください。前回の放送で、おはがきもいつもたくさんもらっててなかなか読めなくてごめんなさい。当たった人はジャパンスプラッシュ楽しんでいただけたと思います。9月にはまたファビュラス5とかいっぱい来ます。9月21、22、23、770-3743 ジャパンスプラッシュまで。So thank you very much, Clive Hudson, lecturer.
All right, and it's good to be here, and ready to come on anytime you ask me again. Pleasure to be here.
Thank you very much.
Okay, brother.
So have a good night, baby.
Okay, take care, Tokyo.
フルートとオーケストラで奏でる日本のメロディー。